The Visayan warty pig is a rare and endangered wild pig species native to the Visayan Islands of the Philippines. This species was once widespread across several islands, including Cebu, Negros, Panay, Guimaras, Masbate, and possibly others. However, due to habitat destruction and hunting, it has disappeared from most of its original range, now surviving only in a few forested areas on Negros and Panay. Fossil evidence and historical accounts suggest that these pigs thrived in the dense tropical rainforests of the Visayas for thousands of years before human activities drastically reduced their populations. The Visayan warty pig is critically endangered according to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN. This status means the species faces an extremely high risk of extinction in the wild. The population has drastically declined due to habitat loss, hunting, and hybridization with domestic pigs. Large portions of the Visayan warty pig's natural habitat have been cleared for agriculture, logging, and human settlements. Since they rely on dense forests for food and shelter, habitat destruction has significantly reduced their numbers. Historically, indigenous people hunted them for food, but modern hunting with firearms and snares has further depleted wild populations. Escaped domestic pigs often interbreed with Visayan warty pigs, threatening their genetic purity. This makes conservation efforts more difficult, as hybrid populations may lose unique traits necessary for survival. The Visayan warty pig has a distinctive coat that varies in color depending on its age, season, and sex. Generally, these pigs have a coarse, dark gray to black coat, with some individuals displaying brownish or lighter gray tones. Their bristly fur helps them blend into the dense forests of the Visayan Islands, providing natural camouflage from predators and hunters. Compared to other wild pig species, their coat appears rougher and more unkempt, an adaptation that may help them withstand the humid tropical climate. One of the most striking features of the Visayan warty pig is the male's mane, which becomes more prominent during the breeding season. This mane consists of long, thick hair that grows from the head down to the back, forming a dramatic white or light gray stripe running along the center. This feature makes males particularly easy to identify, as females and younger pigs lack such a distinct mane. The contrast between the dark body fur and the pale mane gives the males a unique appearance that is not commonly seen in other wild pig species. Piglets, on the other hand, are born with a light brown coat covered in yellowish stripes, which helps them stay hidden in the underbrush. These stripes gradually fade as they grow older, with their fur darkening to the adult coloration. This change in pattern is an evolutionary trait shared by many wild boars, providing young piglets extra protection from predators in their early, vulnerable months. The Visayan warty pig has a compact and muscular build, well suited for survival in the dense forests of the Visayan Islands. Compared to other wild pig species, it is smaller in size, with a stocky body, short legs, and a strong, slightly arched back. These features help it navigate through thick vegetation and rough terrain, as well as dig up roots and tubers from the forest floor. Adult males typically grow larger than females, reaching about 100 to 150 centimeters in length and standing up to 70 centimeters at the shoulder. Their weight varies, but they generally range between 20 to 30 kilograms, with some individuals growing heavier in captivity. Despite their relatively small size compared to other wild boars, they are incredibly strong and agile, capable of running fast and digging deep into the soil using their tough, wedge-shaped snouts. A unique feature of the Visayan warty pig is the presence of 3 pairs of facial warts, or thickened skin pads, which are more prominent in males. These warts, located near the eyes and jaw, serve as natural protection during fights with rival males, especially in the breeding season. Males also develop a distinctive mane of long, coarse hair running from the head down their back, which becomes thicker and more prominent during mating season. This mane, often streaked with white or gray, gives them a striking and somewhat intimidating appearance. Their legs are short but sturdy, ending in sharp hooves that allow them to move efficiently through muddy or uneven ground. Unlike domestic pigs, their tails are relatively short and straight, with a small tuft of hair at the end. These physical adaptations make the Visayan warty pig well suited for a life of foraging and survival in the wild, although habitat loss and hunting continue to threaten their existence. The Visayan Warty Pig communicates using a variety of grunts, squeals, and snorts, similar to other wild pig species. These vocalizations help them interact with one another, warn of danger, and express emotions such as excitement, aggression, or distress. One of their most common sounds is a series of low, guttural grunts, which they use while foraging in the forest. These grunts help them stay in contact with other members of their group, known as a sounder. When searching for food, they make short, rhythmic grunting noises, which become more intense if they find something particularly interesting, such as a patch of roots or fallen fruit. When startled or threatened, Visayan Warty Pigs produce loud, sharp squeals or snorts to alert others of potential danger. These high-pitched calls are often followed by foot stamping or sudden movements, signaling the rest of the group to flee or prepare to defend themselves. If cornered, a male may let out deep, aggressive grunts while lowering its head and bristling its manner to appear larger and more intimidating. Piglets, on the other hand, have their own set of vocalizations. They make soft squeaks and whines to communicate with their mother, especially when they are hungry or in distress. A mother pig responds with gentle grunts, reassuring her young and keeping them close. Visayan Warty Pigs are wild animals native to the Visayan Islands in the Philippines. They are not domesticated and have evolved to survive in dense tropical forests, where they forage for food and evade predators. Unlike farm pigs, they have coarse bristly fur, a stocky build, and sharp tusks, which help them thrive in their natural habitat. These pigs are naturally shy and wary of humans, often avoiding direct contact. However, they can become aggressive if threatened, especially males during the breeding season. Their strong legs and powerful snouts allow them to dig through soil in search of roots, tubers, and small invertebrates, making them well adapted for a life in the wild. The Visayan Warty Pig is an omnivore, meaning it eats a mix of plant-based and animal-based foods. Its diet mainly consists of roots, tubers, fruits, and leaves, but it will also consume small animals, insects, and even carrion when available. In the wild, these pigs are expert foragers, using their strong snouts to dig through soil and leaf litter in search of food. They have a particular preference for fallen fruits and seeds, which makes them important for forest regeneration by dispersing seeds through their droppings. They also eat young shoots, bark, and fungi, especially in areas where fruits and roots are scarce. Occasionally, Visayan Warty Pigs supplement their diet with small vertebrates, eggs, and invertebrates like worms, snails, and insects. This opportunistic feeding behavior helps them survive in different seasons when plant-based food is less abundant. In areas where their natural habitat has been disturbed, these pigs have been observed raiding crops such as sweet potatoes, corn, and rice, which brings them into conflict with farmers. This competition for food sources is one of the challenges in their conservation, as it makes them a target for hunting. The Visayan Warty Pig follows a seasonal breeding pattern, with most births occurring at the beginning of the rainy season when food is more abundant. Like other wild pig species, their breeding is influenced by environmental factors such as food availability and habitat conditions. During the breeding season, male pigs, boars, become more aggressive as they compete for mates. They use their sharp tusks and thickened facial warts for protection while fighting rivals. A dominant male typically mates with multiple females, sows, within his territory. To attract a mate, males also develop a long, thick mane of hair, which becomes more pronounced during this period. After mating, the female undergoes a gestation period of about 3 to 4 months. When she is close to giving birth, she builds a nest-like shelter made of leaves, grass, and other plant materials in a hidden area of the forest. This shelter provides warmth and protection for the newborn piglets. A typical litter consists of 2 to 4 piglets, although some females may give birth to more under ideal conditions. Newborn piglets have light brown fur with yellowish stripes, which help them blend into their surroundings and avoid predators. These stripes gradually fade as they grow older. The mother is highly protective of her young, keeping them close and defending them against threats. She nurses them for several weeks while gradually introducing solid foods. Piglets remain with their mother for several months, learning how to forage before becoming independent. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for even more viewing pleasure. Don't forget, like and comment. Feel free to share.